Alright fam, what's going on? In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to make your own V-flat at home, or we're going to be comparing that with a V-flat option which you can just buy and have shipped to your door. Which one's better? Which one's better for the buck? And which one is the right one for you? We're going to find out in this video, so stay locked in. Alright, so here's the situation. When it comes to V-flats, we have only two options. It is one, make it yourself, or two, you can buy one on Amazon from a company called, oh my god, can you see this? Called V-Flat World. And they are not a sponsor or anything, but I did reach out to them and tell them about the video, and so they sent me one to review for you guys, but they're not paying me or anything like that. So I'm open to say whatever I want about their video. Alright. I'm gonna need a knife. I'm like a beauty vlogger. It has my name on it. Alright. For something that could be fragile, this is really good packaging for a V-flat. I love the branding on the front and everything about it. So good job on the shipping. I don't think this would be damaged, but we're gonna find out. God. This thing is big, but the black side, I feel like it's harder for you to see this. But look how tall it is. Taller than a person. Not bad, not bad. I gotta say, I'm pretty impressed with the craftsmanship of this, but let's look a little closer at this thing. All right, so let's look at this. So what's really awesome about this is that it's got a black side and a white side, which is super crucial because if you want a negative fill or if you want a bounce light, you can do that. They put Velcro. That way you can take it apart a lot easier. See that? They didn't gaffer tape any of the bottom, which is something that we did in the original V-flat video as well. So your corners and stuff might get messed up a lot faster. All right, so here is the old V-flat that I had from 2 years ago. It still works. This is the original one I made with Tina. It's still in good condition. It's kind of beat up, looks a little jank. There's actually a bag for the V-Flat World V-Flat. Look, it's your boy with the world's largest tote bag. I think they need to throw that on the description. All right, guys, peace out. I'm gonna rock out with this one. Oh. All right, so after looking at the V-Flat World's V-Flat, I will say that I actually love almost everything about it. The design is really good. The black side is really good. The carrying bag was a nice touch. It's free shipping on Amazon, but the price is something that's a little interesting. It's $200 for one of these, and you'll most likely need two if you own a photography studio, so that's $400 total. Now, according to my last video that I originally made, you could make both V-flats for like $74 yourself. However, it is very time consuming and it's gonna take multiple hours to assemble, and then you have to go and source the products, and then you have to actually do it yourself. However, I will say this, my biggest problem with the V-Flat World V-flats is it's the ungaffered exposed edges. That is my biggest problem with it. If you're gonna be spending $200 for one of these, I really wish they would just at least put some sort of covering or lining over the edges, over the corners, because even when you're trying to slide it into the bag, it kind of gets caught and starts to rub on the V-flat. That being said, if you still want to make your own V-flat video, I will put that edited footage and I'll make it as quick and concise as possible by re-editing the old footage, and I'll put that right here. So here's some old footage, really cringy. I just don't even want to hear this audio, but let's talk about it. So this is what you need to DIY your own V-flat at home for under 100 bucks. All right, let's get into this. So first thing you're gonna need is the photo mounting spray. Honestly, this seemed kind of redundant because you're gonna spray it on the sticky side of the gaffer tape, which doesn't make sense. So is it necessary? I don't know. However, the V-flats that I have that I made from this day with Tina, that same V-flat, I still have it. It's literally right here reflecting light back on my face, and the gaffing job is still impeccable. So she's on to something. So now the gaffer tape is super important here because that is what's gonna protect your edges. The other thing about the gaffer tape is also the most expensive item on the list of making materials. Honestly, it's more expensive than all of your boards put together. This gaffer tape was like 20, 25 bucks, and you actually kind of need 2 of them, so it kind of raises the prices from $75 to $100. That's why I say under $100. But if you can find, I guess, what's to say, 30 yards, if you can find about 50 to 60 yards of gaffer tape, I think that's perfect for making 2 V-flats, because I ended up making the second V-flat out of duct tape because I ran out of gaffer tape, and let's just say I don't have that V-flat anymore. So I mean, that's a given. Clearly you're gonna need some sort of sharp object, whether it's box cutter, pair of scissors, kitchen knife, whatever. Just use whatever. So the Velcro is super important because that's what you're going to cut up to put on the sides of the inside of your V-flat to hold it up, to help prop it up for when you unfold the V-flat. So super important part, definitely need the Velcro. Now the clamp and the piece of cardboard in the clamp, that's just to help keep the V-flats together when you're taping it during the process. If you want to just hold it with your knees or something, or pin it together somehow, do that, but the clamps help keep it real symmetrical and real tight. And also you put the board underneath the clamp so it doesn't damage the V-flat itself. You know, got to keep it aesthetic. And of course, you're going to need your whiteboard. However, I noticed that V-Flat World did foam core. So if you could find foam core that's like 1/2 inch to 3/4 inch thick, then hey, use that too. Or if you could find whiteboard that is still the same size, but you could go a little longer, but you could also go a little thicker. So maybe 5/16, 6/16, I don't know what that is, but anything bigger than 3/16, you could even double that and you could still have a decent V-flat. I'm sure it won't be that much more expensive. So just a pro move, you know, sometimes you learn off of other people's improvements on your design. So that's kind of what we're doing here. All right, now you're gonna take your gaffer tape and you're going to use it to reinforce the edges of your poster board or your foam board if you found some of that as well. And then the photo mounting spray, you're going to spray directly onto the sticky side of the gaffer tape. And that's why we have the plastic mat down. And I don't know why Tina recommends a photo mounting spray, but it really, really works. Like I said, it's still holding up today. So hey, she's onto something. You could probably skip this step, but hey, it worked for me. So, and it's only like a few bucks and I still have some left over. So it's a crucial step. You're gonna place it right in the middle. And then obviously you're gonna fold both sides up onto the board. And then when you get to the end, you're going to cut it into a V shape. And then you're gonna fold the middle in just like she's doing there. Boom, boom. And this is like a little hack right here. You fold that in, wrap one side around, wrap the other side around, you get it. There you go. You just did one edge of your foam board. Now you're gonna do that for 4 edges times 4 for each piece of foam board you got. And that is the most important part of the foam board. Now you have to connect all of them. So once you connect all of them, that's where you use the clamps and you're gonna clamp them together just like that, and then put something under the clamps if they're really strong clamps. That way you don't damage the poster board itself or the foam board. And then you're just gonna take a strip of gaffer tape and run it the same way you did the edges, individual edges by themselves. You're gonna do it down the middle because this is gonna create the middle hinge of your foam core, and then you're gonna do it for the inside as well. And then as you can see here, this is what it looks like when you put it on one side of the hinge and you fold it over. You're gonna have a sticky side sticking out. So just take that sticky side and just push it right into the middle, because then you're gonna put another piece on it. And then once that's done, see your hinge in the middle? Boom, boom. You could probably figure this out by now. You're just gonna attach the bottom side of the other V-flat like that, but just not in the hinge. You're gonna create a hinge on the top like that. You see that? So here we have one side done. And then here is the final product where you have both sides done. Voila, there you go. And as you can see, it's being held together by the Velcro in the middle, which is very important. And then right here is how you attach the Velcro. However, I would recommend attaching the Velcro much like the V-Flat World did, is you cut it into smaller pieces and place it along the spine of the collapsible part of the V-Flat. That makes it a lot easier to tear down, and it won't tear on the V-Flat as much, and just makes it more sturdy along the spine with more smaller points of contact. Just like Tina is doing there, you pull it down, take it apart, wada, wada, wada. So that's it. That's how you DIY portable V-flats yourself. Now just times that by 2 and you have all the V-flats. Back to the main video. So now you just learned how to make your own V-flat. So now you have to weigh the options. If you do want to purchase your own V-flat from V-Flat World, do your boy a solid and buy it from the link in the description, because I'm not gonna lie, I'll get a little bit of money from you buying from that Amazon link. It's not a direct deal with the company or anything like that. I simply reached out to the company and everything because I wanted to deliver to you guys the best V-flat video I can. And you know, if you have more time and less money, then go ahead and make one. But if you have less time and money, then just order one. Honestly, just order one and save yourself the time. Unless you're just really bored in quarantine and want something to do, then do that. And I'm glad I didn't roast a single person wearing fedora or flip-flops in this entire video. All right, guys, that's it. That's the angle. Peace out.